Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. It's Sean from Seankbeauty. And this is Seank's Beauty Bar, where we grab from the bar and discuss all things beauty. So to everyone who is newly subscribed, I want to say a very warm welcome to you. I do love to love you here, and I can't say this enough. I am here for every one of you. When you leave your questions down below, I'm corresponding with you in the comment section below. My channel is focused on my subscribers, and that is what my community is all about. If you're new, my background is microbiology and biochemistry. I bring science to beauty. I'm all about equipping and educating you, getting you better informed, whether you're purchasing makeup or skincare. I'm also a luxury YouTuber, so you'll see a lot of luxury products here on my channel. To my veteran subscribers, I had to take the time just to say I love you all. Like, you have become my good friends, and I just want you all to know that I don't look at you as a number, and that's why I try to correspond with you all the time down in the comment section. I take days off from doing videos so that I can give myself time to do that. So connection for me is very important. So let's get into this video. We are talking about tips and things that you can do practically and consciously on a scientific standpoint when purchasing product that will help to minimize the appearance of fine lines underneath the eyes, and as well as prevent fine lines and wrinkles from happening underneath the eyes. So without further ado, my beautiful friends, let's get started. All right, so one of the ingredients that is recommended to use under the eyes to minimize the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles is retinol, which is a vitamin A derivative. However, you all know that I am not a huge proponent of retinol. I have talked about the truth behind retinol. That video is with thousands upon thousands of views. And I'm really bringing the science behind that. And after working with 250, yes, I counted, 250 of you women who have shared your bad experiences with retinol, that video does solidify why I'm not a huge retinol proponent. So I won't be pushing that ingredient on my channel. However, retin-A is one that is recommended. I would say an alternative would be bakuchiol, that has a cult following and a lot of people are using. I do suggest bakuchiol. It is from the bakuchiol seed. It is organic. It is one that gives you the same results as a retinol, but without irritation, dryness, that kind of thing that happens when you use a retin-A or retinol. The thing that happens with using retinol under the eye is a lot of people have experienced the irritation, the excess dryness, and it has made their wrinkles even deeper. And why it is being recommended, you know, there's some people that do swear by retinol, okay? So I won't even lie about that. But I would definitely say the new and upcoming alternative to it is bakuchiol. One of the things that I want you to remember about the under eye area is that this area of skin is 40% thinner than that of your actual face. So you really want to be conscious about the products that you are using in the under eye area. So I'm definitely going to drive that home. All right, so the next tip is to actually moisturize underneath the eye. We want to plump up that area, right? Where we put moisture is where it's less likely to bring in the wrinkles. Wrinkles are really happening because of the dryness, right? The sun is drying out. When you're not using anything under the eyes, it's drying that area out because of the aggressors in the atmosphere. So we want to be conscious about moisturizing underneath the eye. We do use this finger right here next to your little finger, what do we call the pinky finger? And you want to just tap that product looking upward underneath the eye area and really enjoying the process of your skincare routine. I'm going to do a luxury spa night using some of my great products that I thoroughly enjoy. And a lot of them are from Chantecaille. Now, I want to get into some of the key ingredients that you want to look for in that under eye moisturizer. A hyaluronic acid, emollients, like your glycerin, and also, you know, lipopeptides, hexapeptides, that kind of thing is going to be key in products that you're using in the under eye area, again, to bring in that moisture, tighten, to plump up, to bring an awakened look to the under eye. I'm going to recommend two that I actually use. This is the Estée Lauder Day Wear Eye. I absolutely love this. I use this in the daytime because it is day wear, and this just keeps under my eye area very hydrated. Of course, you don't have to go with this one, but that is the one that I use. And then next to that, in the nighttime, I will use the Stress Repair Concentrate. You can also use this in the daytime. This is from Chantecaille. This is enriched with your bell pepper extract, your hexapeptides, your lipopeptides. This also has depuffing botanicals in it that really does render that brightened, awakened look, that tightness, that plumpness that you're looking for under the eye. So this takes away that tiredness from under the eye area. I highly recommend this. I really, really love this product. Using products like this or ingredients in your products, like what I've mentioned, like your hyaluronic acid, your hexapeptides, like lipopeptides, that kind of thing, is really important for moisture retention and is key in your skincare routine, right? We don't want to just have a skincare routine where we're not seeing results. We want to be conscious about what we're purchasing so that we can really enjoy the skincare routine. Gone are the days when people have time for the 10-step skincare, Korean skincare routine, even though that does work. But there's ways that you can really cheat that whole entire 10-step process to still have, you know, that beautiful, awakened, glorious look to the skin, the anti-aging results that you're looking for. All right, the next tip is to use sunscreen. And I know this is not one that a lot of people do because they find that their sunscreens irritate the eyelids and around the eye area. So then my suggestion would be to go after a mineral sunscreen that is more tailored towards babies or to kids and use that around the eyes. Let's think about this for a second. Let's put a piece of fruit outside and leave it there in the sun. When you come back, you will find that that fruit is completely dehydrated. The sun has zapped out all of the hydration. That's what it's doing under the eye area. So the next time you think about going out without using some sort of protection for under the eye area, think about that piece of fruit. Think about that piece of fruit, because that's exactly what's happening. The sun really does pull moisture out of the skin. One that I suggest is from Australian Gold. And if you want on the more luxury side, this isn't tailored towards kids, but it is one that a lot of people have given 5-star ratings on. That is the Soleil Toujours, as well as the Shiseido Universal Defense SPF 50 is also one that is a really great mineral sunscreen that you can wear under your cosmetics. And cosmetics now have SPF in it to give you that added protection, but do not negate using sunscreen and say, okay, I'm going to use my foundation in its place, because there's not enough sunscreen in foundations that can replace using an actual sunscreen to give you that protection. The next tip is to actually use a wide brimmed hat. We're quickly approaching spring as well as summer, and using a wide brimmed hat, some of these are really posh, okay? When you're shopping, at the pool, at the beach, you know, using a wide brimmed hat to really protect the eyeballs and the eye area, even the under eye area, from the sun, even while you're shopping. There's some really stylish hats out there that you can wear to give you that added protection. I would also say opt for sunglasses. Yes, I know we have to wear the mask, but you still need to wear sunglasses that are going to give you that added sun protection. The ones that I actually love is from Ray-Bans. I have a lot of different styles from them, but they give you that added sun protection. This one is the Blaze, it's from the Blaze collection. This is the aviator style. Whether you're just running errands or on your day-to-day activities. This is going to give you that added protection. What I love about these sunglasses too, if you wear falsies, they don't mess around with your falsies, but it's protecting the eyeballs from cataracts. It's protecting the under eyes from the sun having access to really wreak havoc and pull all that moisture from underneath the eye area. Definitely, I say, look at sunglasses that are giving you that added sun protection. Ray-Ban is known to do that, as well as Tom Ford. There are the Celines. There's also Tiffany & Company, Chanel. They have sunglasses that give you that added sun protection. And I know this one we've heard a lot, but are we really doing it? And that is 8 hours of sleep. A lot of you ladies have asked me, will my skin get better? You've used certain products and it's damaged the skin, right? The thing is, the skin and the body is such a smart organ. If we give it time, it can heal itself. 8 hours of sleep is what is required for the reparative process of the skin to bring about, the hydration, the plumping up, the tightening of, the youthfulness that we're looking for. It does come through sleep. And so 8 hours of sleep is going to be necessary. We don't want to impede on taking away from that 8 hours, because underneath the eye becomes exacerbated with dryness, and that lends to those wrinkles that we're trying to run away from. And for the ladies that do this, do not come for me. I still love you, but I am your friend who's a scientist that's going to tell you, let's stop baking underneath our eyes with setting powders or drying agents. I don't know who came up with that technique, but it is a horrible technique, because scientifically what you're doing is drying out that under eye area, and over time you're going to see yourself aging more than less. After a while, the sebaceous glands will stop producing oil underneath there, and we need that moisture to prevent the aging. Here's the thing. I've watched many makeup tutorials where people will use a wet sponge. They will dip it in their setting powder and they will put it underneath their eyes and leave it there. Let's think about a baker for a second. When we bake anything and it's uncovered, let's say a piece of chicken, it's going to dry out, right? Because the baker is a drying agent. Your setting powders are drying agents. You're leaving it there for an exacerbated period of time, it's going to lend to cracking. In fact, I've seen so many tutorials where women would actually do this baking, and when they sweep it away, they have more lines underneath their eyes than they did before they did the makeup application. And if we think about it again, let's say with example, a piece of chicken, we've got this moist chicken that we're putting in flour. When you dust off the flour, you start to see the wrinkles within the skin of the chicken. When you're taking a wet sponge and you're dipping that into setting powder and you're doing that underneath the eyes, that is the exact same thing that you're doing. You're actually bringing these wrinkles up underneath the eye area, because you're drying out what should be moisturized, what should be hydrated. Okay, so you're doing the antithesis of preventing wrinkles and fine lines from happening. Okay, and lastly, if you want to go this route, you can definitely go to a dermatologist in office. They have resurfacing procedures that they can do, frequency procedures that they can do to really tighten up underneath that eye area and, get rid of the fine lines and wrinkles that's underneath the eyes. This is some of my tips. This is not the holy grail of holy grails. However, these tips that I'm suggesting, they work. And we're coming into summer and spring, so we definitely want to take practical steps like the wide-brimmed hats, the sunglasses, but we also want to do, scientific steps too. We want to make sure that we're using products that are rich with hyaluronic acid, emollients, hexapeptides, lipopeptides, that kind of thing, so that we can really minimize the appearance of the fine lines and wrinkles and really bring about the prevention. And if it's not prevention, how can we minimize the appearance of? Doing these things are going to do it for you, as well as using that sunscreen.